Hi everyone, and welcome to the Nonprofit Operating System. In these videos, I'll be going through each of the different prompts that have been created to show you how you might use these in your nonprofit. I want to be clear that during these videos, I'm not going to cut the video to show you some really awesome output. So if there are errors, that's really what this is all about, because I believe that AI writers like this would never replace a fundraiser and ought never to automate the interaction with a donor. What I am hopeful for is that you would use this to create first drafts, to create a starting point and inspiration for building something that you then put in your talent, your learning, and your lived experience to help you create the content that you need to help your organization fundraise better, faster, stronger, whatever the case may be. So once you have an account with Nonprofit Operating System, in the top corner, you go into Home, and you'll be presented with the text generation screen. So for this video, we're going to be talking about the Advocacy Appeal. And what this does is it creates an appeal to sign a petition, call an elected leader, or be an ambassador for a cause. And I built this because, for one, today is election day in the United States, and I thought it would be helpful to have something that allowed nonprofits to create that draft of content that would help them engage elected officials. But also, I noticed that a lot of organizations didn't really engage their community in some sort of broad-based engagement strategy that would get people to connect with elected officials or motivate the community to band together and work together to solve a problem. So if that's you, I hope that this gives you some inspiration around building your own advocacy appeal. So you'll see that there are two boxes here. One is the overall concept you want your audience to advocate for. This is essentially like your cause orientation. So let's say, for example, you are an arts organization. So we'll start out with performing arts theater. And there's no reason in any of the prompts to put in nonprofit because the model assumes that your organization is a nonprofit. So then enter in as many words about the advocacy, how it will solve the problem. The more keywords here, the better. So if you have something that's already built, you could copy some of the keywords from that. If not, let's say, for example, arts programming in schools, budget cuts, and the importance of arts for young people. So we'll hit generate response, and as I said before, I'm not going to cut the video. I'm going to talk through it so that you know that I didn't cut the video, and you'll see what the AI produces out of this advocacy appeal. So this says, "Dear supporter of the arts, I'm writing to talk to you today about the importance of arts education, how budget cuts are negatively affecting young people who are interested in the performing arts. The performing arts are a vital part of our culture, so many benefits. So studies have shown that arts education can improve test scores, reduce dropout rates, increase graduation rates." Blah, 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 all the way through that. So you can see that this is actually pretty good. I used to work in an arts organization. This is very similar to stuff that I would have written about. I probably would have quoted studies or something like that. And that's really the point here, is this is a sort of good starting point. I don't prefer the starting point of I'm writing to you today. So there are a few ways that you can take this idea, this concept, and move this forward. One is just to hit the copy button. That would take it and you can put it into a Word doc or into an email or wherever you were going to work on it. You can edit it directly from here. So you can change this to say I might change this to say arts education is important and budget cuts are negatively affecting young people. That might be how I might start it. I might actually start with something that connects with the donor. So is something like you and I both agree, or something like that. And of course, I'd never use supporter of the arts. I would always use the person's first name, and then obviously I would sign this and whatnot. So you get the idea, but you can then copy it, and then I'm going to hit save so that I have that I can come back to. If you hate this, though, and you think this is awful and not helpful, you can go in and click Run Again, and this will take you back to the Advocacy Appeal. For some reason, that's not working. So we found a little bug. There we go. So run again. It just took a couple of seconds. So it did work. It just, I wasn't patient enough. You'll see it came up with a whole new generation. So this isn't based upon a template. It isn't based upon a fill in the blank. It started all over again, and it has some new content. The performing arts are an essential part of a well-rounded education. We didn't see that language before. So maybe you like this and you like this better, so you copy this. The other thing to remember is that in your results section of your page, you'll have both of these. So if you liked the first paragraph, which I actually like better than what the AI created for the first draft, I might actually take this portion of this letter and put it into this portion of this letter, and I can do that very easily. That copied for me, so I can put this right in here, and that copied the wrong thing. So I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to put this in here and delete some of this. And so maybe I like this language better. Obviously this isn't appropriate in this way, but you get the idea that you can copy, paste, add pieces together. I'm going to hit save, and what this is going to do is going to keep this here for me. I can see what I used to develop the prompt. I can see what the output was that I preferred, and then I can use this in my content that I'm going to use to outreach to community to advocate for performing arts. So there are ways that you can kind of target this has been targeted sort of generally. We must speak out and demand that arts education is given the resource it needs, also support arts organizations. You could change that to say, please contact your school district or your elected officials. So lots of ways that you can use that, but hopefully you get the idea of what that could be for the advocacy appeal. As always, if you have suggestions or ideas for other prompts and feedback for the prompt that we're talking about, feel free to add those to the comments below or to reach out to us at hello@nonprofitoperating-system.com. Please check out the other prompt videos that we're creating and let us know how the nonprofit operating system can better help you with your fundraising efforts.